तीर्थेषु भिक्षामट स्वच्छन्दं पिबयामुनं जलमलं चीरैः सुगन्धां कुरु सम्मानं कलयाति घोरगरलं नीचापमानं सुधां श्री राधा मुरलीधरौ भज सखे वृन्दावनं मात्यज। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तग्वं ह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Eternally seeking souls, let's sing from page number 130, book number 2, top of the page. पृष्ठ संख्या है 130। सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
तू समरथ वारिस है, फिर भी लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
तू समरथ वारिस है, फिर भी लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
तू समरथ वारिस है, फिर भी लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
तू समरथ वारिस है, फिर भी लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ।
तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है, पर तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है, पर दीदार ना तेरा पाता हूँ।
तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है, पर दीदार ना तेरा पाता हूँ।
तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है, पर दीदार ना तेरा पाता हूँ।
तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है, पर दीदार ना तेरा पाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ, तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ, तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
है करम तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, है करम तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
है करम तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
है करम तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
है करम तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ।
पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर, पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ।
पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ।
अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ।
अधिकार
पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ।
पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
मन में रहती दुनियादारी, मन में रहती दुनियादारी, बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
मन में रहती दुनियादारी, बहुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
मन में रहती दुनियादारी, मन में रहती दुनियादारी, बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
मन में रहती दुनियादारी, बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ।
तुझको खुश करने की खातिर, तुझको खुश करने की खातिर आंसू भी नहीं बहाता हूँ।
तुझको खुश करने की खातिर आंसू भी नहीं बहाता हूँ।
तुझको खुश करने की खातिर आंसू भी नहीं बहाता हूँ।
तुझको खुश करने की खातिर आंसू भी नहीं बहाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर, मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
मैं तेरा हूँ तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ।
दर दर
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, मैं माया से घबराता हूँ।
झूठा ही सही पर नाम कृपालु लेकर तुझे बुलाता हूँ।
झूठा ही सही पर नाम कृपालु लेकर तुझे बुलाता हूँ।
झूठा ही सही पर नाम कृपालु लेकर तुझे बुलाता हूँ।
झूठा ही सही पर नाम कृपालु लेकर तुझे बुलाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
सरकार माफ हो गुस्ताखी, कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
कुछ खोटी खरी सुनाता हूँ।
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे, राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे।
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 राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे राधे गोविंद गोविंद राधे
बोलिए श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की
जय।
जय श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय Devotional listeners, now I humbly request your full attention. In this divine composition of Jagadguru Tam Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, before I start explaining it, I would like to point out that Sri Maharaj Ji wrote in Braj Bhasha mostly, because that is the dialect of Sri Radha and Krishna. And he also wrote many compositions in Urdu, Arabic. Now the surprising thing is that Braj dialect was not his dialect. He did not live around Braj, and he certainly did not ever study Arabic or Urdu. So it's very surprising on the one hand, but on the other hand, it's not surprising because being a saint, being God realized, he had all the knowledge. So without studying these languages, he wrote in both of them. Braj dialect is a very sweet dialect, and so Sri Maharaj Ji wrote mostly in Braj, but somewhat in these other languages as well. So the devotee says, Sarkar maaf ho gustahi kuch khoti khari sunata hu. My Lord, forgive my audacity, I am going to be very blunt with you. Is that allowed? We ask for a devotee to be blunt with God. I mean, where is God and where is the devotee? Hindi mein bolte hain, kahan raja, kahan rank, kahan raja bhoj, or kahan bhikhari. There is certainly no equality between them. God is the supreme Lord of uncountable universes, and the devotee, aspiring devotee, is controlled by Maya, very insignificant. We are very insignificant before God. But Sri Krishna allows us to be very frank with him, be very blunt with him. In fact, he encourages it. What I mean to say is that if we regard him as God, and God only as God, then we become very intimidated. We approach him with intimidation. We don't approach him from up close. We stand at a distance from him. We just bow down to him and we speak words of adoration. But Gauranga Mahaprabhu has said, Apanu ke bada mana amar samheen. If you really wish to love Sri Krishna, then think him to be your equal, or think yourself to be even older than him, bigger than him. Because if you're thinking him to be God, then there is majesty that comes in. But think of him to be your equal. That would be Sakhya Bhav. He's my friend. And the Vedas say, in the Vedas, Sri Krishna has said that he is our eternal friend. Dwa Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya. He's our Sakha, eternal friend. So between friends there is a sense of equality. We don't think, oh, my friend is so much greater than I am. No, there is a sense of equality. That we're both equals. And to even receive, to taste sweeter nectar, think of him to be smaller than you. This is Vatsalya Bhav. I am the mother or I am the father and he's my child. So now the mother and father, parents, pull rank over the child simply because they are the parents. So Yashoda thinks, I will feed him what is good for him. I won't just give in to all his desires. And I will give him the clothes that are appropriate for him. I will make him go to bed at the appropriate time. I will make him study. He cannot be playing all day long. That is the adhikar, the privilege, the right that the devotee has over the Supreme Lord. This is how love will grow. This is how love grows. We cannot love him only if we think him only to be our Lord and our Master. मैं तेरा हूँ, तेरा होकर दर दर की ठोकर खाता हूँ. I'm yours, O Krishna. Yet, I'm wandering here and there in this world, suffering abuse. Meaning I am searching for happiness everywhere. In all forms of life, in the 8.4 million forms of life, I have been born again and again. And every time I came to earth, you sent me here to attain you in the human form of life. You sent me here to know you and to love you and to attain you. But even in the human form of life, I looked for happiness in the world. Searching for happiness is not our fault. We must look for happiness. A dog, a cat, a donkey, a monkey, an insect, a bird, a plant, a tree, these are all living creatures and they are searching for happiness. Through their 5 senses of sight, smell, sound, taste, and touch, they're always searching for happiness. We are also searching for happiness. Devatas in Swargalok are also searching for happiness. That's not our fault. Our fault lies in the unfortunate reality that we are searching for happiness in the world where it does not exist. We're searching for it in the wrong place. It's like going to the mall and saying, I want some ice cream. Rather than going to an ice cream shop, like Baskin-Robbins and the like, then you're going to a shoe store and asking for chocolate ice cream. And the store owner says, excuse me, you want chocolate ice cream? Yes. But I'm selling shoes over here. Go to the ice cream shop. Now, we never do that. You don't go to a shoe store and ask for ice cream. You don't go to the ice cream shop and ask for shoes or clothing. But this is exactly what we do when we come to this world, equipped with a very advanced mind, yet we are looking for happiness in this world, the world that is devoid of happiness. Tasmat dukkhatmakam nasti naiva kinchit sukhatmakam. Vishnu Puran says, the material world has neither happiness nor unhappiness in it. Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj says it in a more understandable way, in a more understandable language. जग माह सुख दुख दो नहीं, अस उर धरि ले ज्ञान, सुख मानत दुख मिलत है, सुख न जगत महमान. Bhakti Shatak scripture. There is no happiness or sorrow in the world. If you think there is happiness, if you believe there to be happiness in the world, you will definitely become unhappy. So therefore, sukha na jagat mahaman. Do not be fooled into thinking that there is happiness here. Happiness the only source of happiness, in fact, the only one who is happiness, not just the source of happiness, that is God. Anando brahmeti vyajanat. He's not just a source of happiness, God is happiness himself. We cannot say there is happiness in God, and because that would mean that God is a receptacle and happiness is stored in that receptacle. God is in fact happiness himself. Shri Krishna is happiness. So I am suffering abuse everywhere in the world, although I'm yours. That is my reality. तू समर्थ वारिस है फिर भी लावारिस मैं कहलाता हूँ. You are my almighty guardian, yet I am known as an orphan. तू व्यापक हर जर्रे में है पर दीदार न तेरा पाता हूँ. Oh Shri Krishna, why can I not see you? I do not get your didar or darshan. I do not see you, although you are omnipresent. Your Vedas say, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, that you are omnipresent. You are equally present everywhere. Your Ramayana tells us, Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. God is present everywhere alike. He's not only in the mandir, he is just as present in your house as he is in the mandir. Oh, okay, I won't come to the mandir anymore. No, it's important to go to a place of worship because although God is present everywhere equally, yet we are reminded of God when we come to a place of worship, such as the mandir. We are reminded of God in the mandir. We listen to something godly and we are reminded of God. We do some seva in the temple and we are reminded of God. But God is equally present everywhere. But if you are equally present everywhere, why can't I see you? The sadhak complains to Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna says, you need divine eyes to see me. We have materialized. These eyes, which are part of the body, they are product of Maya. And with these eyes, we are not able to perceive God in every particle of creation. Not only that, even when God appears on earth, we are not able to see him. Whenever Bhagwan Shri Krishna came to this earth, whenever Bhagwan Ram came to earth, we saw them. We have seen God uncountable times because we were also here. But did we recognize him as God? We did not. Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi prabhu murati dekhi tin taisi. Ramcharitmanas, Ramayana. We perceived him according to our mentality, according to how we were. We either saw him as a good man, we saw him as an ordinary person, or we saw him as being worse than us. He's evil. Everyone saw him differently. The ones whose hearts were filled with devotion, they adored him. They worshipped him. They worshipped the ground that he walked on. They did not want to be separated from him. They found that it was their privilege to serve him. But we did not recognize him. And Shri Krishna says in the Gita, Avajananti mam mudha manushim tanuma shritam parambhav majananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. O Arjun, when I appear on earth, people of the world, worldly people, fail to recognize me. Because we are under the control of Maya, it is as if we are wearing spectacles, we're wearing glasses of Maya. So everything and everyone seems material and ordinary to us. God is the Lord of Maya. He's Mayadhish. But when he comes to earth, we see him and we say, he's controlled by Maya just as I am. When saints come to earth, they are Mayatit. They have gone beyond Maya. Maya, the handcuffs called Maya, are no longer binding him. But we think and we perceive him to be an ordinary person, just like us, or even worse than ourselves. So our eyes cannot see him. Arjun wished to see God, Sri Krishna, as God. He said, I know you as my friend, I love you as my friend and as my cousin, but I know you're the Supreme Lord. I want to see you as God. Sri Krishna said, that's not a good idea. You're going to regret this desire. No, I wish to see you as God. But you need divine eyes to see me as God, said Bhagwan Sri Krishna. Arjun said, well, then give me the eyesight with which I can see you. And Sri Krishna said, I will do that because you are deserving. Sri Krishna gave Arjun divine eyes, divine eyesight, and Arjun was able to perceive God, Sri Krishna, as God. But when he saw Sri Krishna as God, he understood why Sri Krishna was saying that this is not a good idea. He started to tremble like a leaf. He did not wish to see him as God because there was no beginning to him, no middle, no end. There were countless Brahmas, Vishnus, and Shankars merging within him. Arjun closed his eyes and he prayed to Sri Krishna, I do not wish to see you as God. Please reappear in your friendly form as my friend, as my cousin. So with material eyes, it's not surprising that we cannot see him. There are many things in the world that we cannot see with the naked eye. Everybody knows that. We cannot see many things. They're so minute, they're so small, we cannot see them. We cannot see germs, but we do know they exist. We all know they exist. We are cautious. We don't want to get sick. We wash our hands, we use sanitizers, we take precautions, we use masks. There are germs out there, we cannot see them, so it's not surprising that we are not able to see God as God. We see him when he comes to earth, but we don't see him as God. The sadhak says, है कर्म तेरा मुझ पर बेहद, यह भी अनुमान लगाता हूँ, पर इस चंचल मन पर रहवर अधिकार नहीं कर पाता हूँ. He pleads helplessness before Sri Krishna. A devotee always pleads before God. He's not a devotee if he does not plead helplessness. He's not a devotee if he does not cry out for God, if he does not say, oh Krishna, I am an orphan, I have no shelter, you are my one and only. I am completely relying on your grace. I'm dependent on your grace. If he does not ask for grace, then he's not on the path of devotion. He's on Gyan Marg. The Gyan Margi, the one who is walking on the path of knowledge, he thinks of God as being Brahma, nameless and formless aspect of God. He does not ask for grace. He says, I will get to him, I will reach him using my own effort. So he has been compared to as a monkey. A baby monkey is not held by its mother. The baby monkey holds on to its mother using its own strength. But the devotee has been compared to a kitten. The kitten is held in the mother cat's mouth. So the kitten is always given protection by the mother. The baby monkey is using its own strength, so when the mother monkey jumps from one branch of the tree to another or from one tree to another, it's very likely that her child may fall and die. But the mother cat is holding the baby, the kitten, in her mouth, so the kitten is given protection. So the devotee is like a kitten, always relying on its mother for protection. The devotee always relies on God for grace. So I realize that I have been graced by you in every possible way. But, my Lord, I am unable to gain control over my restless mind. My mind is very restless. Arjun represents entire humanity when he says, Chanchalam himanah Krishna pramathi balavadridham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. O Shri Krishna, my mind is very chanchal, very mischievous. The mind has been compared to be like a wild horse. It's compared to a wild horse. It's just going totally out of control. Kshanam ayati patalam, kshanam yati nabhasthalam. Yoga Vasishtha says that the mind is so fast, it just moves. It has so many different thoughts. One thought, another one, totally different. Right now I'm thinking of God. Next moment I'm going to think about the world. I'm thinking good thoughts. I'm thinking thoughts of envy, thinking thoughts of anger. Then I'm thinking thoughts of compassion. The mind is just thinking so many thoughts so rapidly. They're so different. So the mind, says Yoga Vasishtha, the mind goes in one single second. The mind goes from Patal Lok, the netherworld, right down, right up to Swargalok, celestial abode. It travels so fast that it covers such a huge distance in only one moment. The mind is very mischievous. Arjun just said it outright to Shri Krishna. What does Shri Krishna say to him? Arjun, I agree, the mind is very mischievous. Asanchayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. The mind is very mischievous, I agree with you. But do not become despondent. Do not give in to your mind. You can control the mischievous mind through abhyas and vairagya, through practice and renunciation. Practice taking your mind to God and practice renouncing it, renouncing the world, detaching the mind from the material world. So the sadhak is saying, my mind is very mischievous. And even when I do meditate on you, even when I do Roop Dhyan, मन में रहती दुनियादारी बगुला सा ध्यान लगाता हूँ. My mind is full of worldly thoughts as I seem to be lost in doing Roop Dhyan. So I will compare myself to a crane, the bird, bagula, that stands on one water, in shallow water, and it seems to be meditating because it has its eyes closed. Is it meditating? Not at all. It's just looking for a suitable opportunity to capture the fish and to make a meal out of it. So I also close my eyes, and it seems to others as if I am doing Roop Dhyan. I am visualizing Radha and Krishna in their various pastimes. My mind is going sometimes to Vrindavan, sometimes to Barsana, and that's what it seems like. But at the same time, all the while, I am thinking worldly thoughts. Very worldly thoughts. Thoughts of love, thoughts of hatred, thoughts of envy, thoughts of attachment, all sorts of thoughts. It is important to at least be truthful before God. So here Sri Maharaj Ji is speaking on behalf of a sadhak, that this is what I'm all about. My mind is very mischievous, and even when I seem to be thinking of you, I am just thinking of your creation. I'm thinking only of the world. That is who I am. Because in front of the world, we put on our best face, don't we? We put on our best face. We put on this artificial face. We try to show to others that we are very good, much better than we really are. Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, Sri Maharaj would often say, if only you could work so hard on becoming good. But you are working so hard on looking good in the eyes of others. If you could spend that much effort in actually becoming good, how good you would become. And we need to think about this. Am I not more afraid of the world than I am of God? Meaning, I am more afraid that people of the world will find fault with me, but I really don't have any concern over what God will think of me, what Krishna will think of me. I am so afraid of what people will think of me, how they will judge me. But what about the judgment, the true judge, the ultimate judge, Sri Krishna? How will he judge me? Why am I not concerned with that? We keep on thinking same kind of thoughts, we keep on being the way we are, we just go with the flow of the mind. Wherever the mind takes us, we go there. But we need to challenge the mind. Why are you thinking like this? Why are you not trying to please God? Why are you not trying to actually become good? Why are you trying so hard to please people and to look good in their eyes? We spend so much energy just thinking, what does he think about me? Does he like me? Does she like me? Do these people, what do they think about me? Are they judging me? What do they think of me? What is their opinion of me? I hope they think I'm nice. I hope my friends, my classmates, my co-workers, my boss, I hope my fellow satsangis, I hope that they like me. I hope nobody has filled their ears against me. I hope they think I'm a wonderful person. All that energy, and yet not even one person in the world will think good of us at all times. Sometimes, yes, sometimes, no. I've seen this many times, happening many times, that a person is very, very pleasant and saying, oh, I like you so much, and I love your lectures, this and that. And then all of a sudden this person is coming from here, let's say I'm going here, and then turn away. And you think, what's going on? What happened? So in one circumstance, one such situation, someone told me, this lady, she thinks you're very angry with her. And I asked, why should I be angry with her? Well, when you were giving prasad after the lecture, you looked really angry. And I had no idea what she was talking about. Oh, that's why she stopped talking to me. I had no idea. So what I have done, being in the public eye, you learn a lot of lessons. We all learn a lot of lessons. But I have learned what my Gurudev has taught me. He used to say, Sri Maharaji used to say, today you're all being very respectful to me, you're touching my feet, and you are being very, very loving and respectful, but I will not be surprised at all if tomorrow you throw stones at me. It would not surprise me in the least. And we would think, we would never do that. But what's the guarantee? Maya's working on our minds. So whenever it happened that the same person who was so adoring and loving and respectful turned away, never wanted to speak to me, I understood, oh, I needed to learn this lesson. Because I always wanted to be liked. So now God and Guru are collectively teaching me these lessons, that you should let go of that desire. Just do what you have to do, just forge ahead. Forge ahead. After all, Jagadguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, having had so much personal association with him, this is what I saw. It didn't matter what the world thought of him. But either he would get a praise like I've never heard, When he went to Ayodhya, people said Ram has come again. When he would go to Vrindavan, they would say Krishna has come again. And on the other hand, so much criticism also. But I observed him being the same in both situations. Ninda, stuti, ubhayasam. He was the same if he was being criticized as he was when he was being praised. He did not take praise too hard. He did not take criticism too hard. Huge lessons have been learned from him. So we must try to actually become good, not just to look good in the eyes of others. How will it benefit us if we are trying to look good in the eyes of others and in the meantime we are ignoring God? The devotee says, even when I seem to be meditating on you, I'm just thinking of the world. And I know very well that the greatest gift that is pleasing to you, you find tears to be the greatest gift of all. Tears please you. When you see someone crying for you, you become very happy. Because the one who is shedding tears for you is purifying his heart. When we shed tears for the world, we are defiling our heart. We are making our mind more impure, because the world is impure. But when we when we shed tears for God and godly saint, Guru, then we are purifying our heart. So the more we purify our heart, the closer we get to God. Nirmal man jan so mohi pava, mohi kapat chhal chhidr na bhava. Ramcharitmanas. So I do not even shed tears. I don't even cry for you. I don't have any love for you. कर नजरे इनायत करुणा कर, मैं माया से घबराता हूँ, झूठा ही सही पर नाम कृपालु लेकर तुझे बुलाता हूँ. O Shyam Sundar, cast your merciful glances in my direction and grace me. Your Maya Shakti frightens me tremendously. The power Maya, the energy Maya belongs to God. Mama Maya duratyaya. Bhagavan says, Maya is my energy. It is mine. And mameva ye prapadyante Maya metan tarantite. Bhagavad Gita. It is only when I grace you that Maya will leave you. Otherwise, you cannot be liberated from Maya. Maya will keep on controlling you. So now I am helpless. I don't have a good mind. My mind is very untrained. It is a very unruly mind. I am not able to think of you. I need your grace. You are the merciful Lord, so I ask you for your grace. I beseech your grace. I am afraid of your Maya. Jagadguru Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj says, I, Kripalu, I may be an impostor, but still, you have to admit that I do call out to you as my merciful Savior. The word Kripalu in the last line always has double meaning. One meaning of Kripalu is, these are the words of Jagadguru Shri Kripalu Ji Maharaj. The other in this context is my Kripalu Shyam Sundar. So, O my merciful Lord, I, Kripalu, I am saying to you that I may be an impostor, but you have to admit that I still call out to you. I'm calling out to you. I know that I have an unruly mind and I am so much in love with your creation, but I do beseech your grace because I have no one else to call my own. I belong only to you and only you belong to me. I am the Atma, I am the soul, and only Paramatma belongs to me. You are Paramatma, the soul of all souls. You belong to me. You're the only one who belongs to me. Everyone else is related to my body, but you are mine. You belong to me. So with this apnapan, with this feeling that Shyam Sundar is my very own, the sadhak is saying, Sarkar, maaf ho gustahi, kuch khoti khari sunata hu. बोलिए वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।